is a project that looks to tackle the growing issue of gang culture and knife crime amongst our young people and in our community. So, Rob, why are we here today?
So we're here today to explore the signs which tell us our children or young person in particular that we're working with is potentially involved in gangs, gang violence, and also county lands.
Okay, so obviously this is like a really big subject, and this will be a bit of a whistle-stop tour, but we've chatted previously and we've kind of picked up on 8 key signs that parents and professionals should be looking for in our young people that may indicate they're getting themselves caught up in gang culture and knife crime. So number 1 is a change in behaviour. So can you kind of break that down for us, Rob?
So if a parent or a guardian or professional notices a change within a young person's behaviour, that's a key sign that there's an underlying issue, something that's taken place. You know, it could be fits of rage, you know, just being angry. Obviously, there's going to be a reason why they're getting angry, but it's about finding out what's causing them to be angry, you know, and that potentially puts them at risk from being targeted.
Yeah, okay. So within that kind of context then, like friendship groups, because obviously, you know, would that be something that might help?
Change of friends. You know, bad company corrupts good character. So you can be the nicest person in the world, but once you put yourself around people that are not of a good influence, you'll gradually see yourself begin to change. So with young people, you know, if they're hanging around with older people and you see them starting to change, and it just doesn't fit the circumstance. You know, it doesn't seem right. Always question it and always, you know, approach your child and just have a conversation with them about what you're seeing.
So then number 2 is unusual phrases. So like there's loads of phrases that I hear young people say, I just don't have a clue, but kind of could you give us a few key ones?
Country, like I'm going country, like for county lands. I'm going country, or a modern day phrase is OT. You know, I'm going OT, I'm out there. Do you know, I'm OT. And another phrase I would suggest for parents and professionals to listen out for, if they hear a young person mention the word ops, that's another word for a rival, which will be a rival gang member or someone in particular that person has a problem with. And that's always good to look out for, you know, so at least then you can dive in and see what's going on.
Unexplained gifts.
If a young person is coming home with unexplained gifts, items, and you have no idea where they come from and you didn't provide that for them, and you're asking them where they got it from, and they're being secretive, or a common excuse is, oh, my friend's mum, you know, bought it for me, or my friend just borrowed it to me. But if you see them still have it for a substantial amount of time, you're thinking, you know, but always, you know, just speak to your kids, talk to them, and ask them what's going on.
Okay, and then like kind of again, just take that one a little bit further. We see young people carrying man bags around, so like sometimes they're really kind of protective of them. Could that be a sign?
Yeah, if they're clingy, there's a high chance that obviously there's something they're being secretive. There's something that they're hiding, and it's always good just not to assume, but to find out what's going on.
So then number 4, unexplained bus train tickets. So what might that indicate?
So this is the thing, right? Gangs and gang members that are involved in county lands, which is a brand for drug dealing, they operate like, and they target young people. They target young people from the age of 10 to 16, and majority of the time, once they give them drugs, they take train. They take train carrying a certain amount of drugs on them to go out there, to go country, where they would sell the drugs. And if you've seen bus or train tickets, which you know numerous times, and they're unexplained and their stories don't add up, like where they're going or who they've been with, that's a sign that, you know, that's a definite sign that they're potentially involved in gangs, gang violence, or county lands.
Excellent, thank you. So then number 5, truancy.
Truancy, man. If a child's not where they're supposed to be, something's going on. Yeah, where are they? Do you know, where are they? And usually when it comes to like gangs and county lands, there would be either the gang becomes the newfound family where they get educated with life on the streets, or the county lands operation. That would become the people that they're hanging around because they're out there selling drugs, and they would lose out on hundreds, if not thousands of pounds in that time bracket where they're supposed to be in school. So they're out there selling it.
Okay. Oh, brilliant, thank you. And then number 6, access to phones.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
So if a young person or one of your young people that you're working with is you're seeing them with a numerous amount of phones, preferably black, you know, burner phones, which you can just throw away quick, get rid of, discard. There's a chance that they're involved in something that's illegal. Also, if you find SIM cards around the house that are of a different network, you know, and that's a common sign.
Then number 7, so it's what could be like some of the physical signs then?
So physical signs. When it comes to physical signs, one thing to look out for is unexplained bruises. So it's always good just to be vigilant, you know, and look at your kids and just know No, innit? Like just be vigilant. Unexplained bruises, malnutrition, and what that means is if you're a young person, you know, if he goes away or leave the house and he comes back like a week later, if he's lost weight, if he looks undernourished, do you know what I mean? That's a key sign that he's not looking after himself, and that's a sign that he's either been out there, either trapping, which is another word for selling drugs, and you lose weight. You ain't got time to be stopping off to get something to eat because you're going to miss out on £100. You're going to miss out on £200 if you stop for like half an hour to get something to eat. So they're more just, yeah.
So like before it gets that bad, then it could be that your young person comes home and eats you out of house and home.
Oh yes.
Goes through the cupboard and you're actually they've been out all day. I've given them lunch money or I've given them food to buy stuff, but they're still coming home and me out of house and home.
And that's a clear sign that even that could be a clear sign they're smoking weed.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Got the munchies, you know. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you. And then I guess like number 8, and pretty much quite an obvious one, but if you can explain it for us, is like sudden contact with law enforcement.
Yeah.
So never had any issues, and then bang, suddenly like they're getting.
So sudden contact with law enforcement is a 100% telltale sign that a young person is either gang affiliated, you know, within a gang, or potentially getting caught up into county lands and drugs if they're known for carrying weapons, or if you're finding knives or certain weapons concealed on them, they're not making good decisions. They're not making the right choice, you know, and there's obviously a reason why they're making that choice. So my advice to parents and professionals would be is not to talk at that young person once they find out, but just take time to talk to them and understand where they're coming from, see their thoughts, you know, and what led them to make that choice in the first place. And hopefully that will help them find a way to navigate them back on the right path, making better choices. But once we start talking at a young person and just straight away going in, telling them what not to do, you know, history has shown us many times that they push away more and they rebel more. So it's just about understanding the young person and helping them see, man, there's a better way of life, and providing them with steps, opportunities and choices to make that better choice.
A whistle-stop tour, but if you do want any more information, it is out there. You can get in contact with us at the Metanoia Project, or you can get in contact with the Violence Reduction Unit for Kent and Medway, who are putting this package together. So I just want to say thanks for joining us. See you soon.